Vin, Vin, are you ready to continue your bedtime adventure story? This one is Return to Rainbow Mountain Part 2, written by Daddy, read by Daddy. In Part 1 we saw VinVin land in Rainbow Mountain. He met Larry the Leprechaun, who explained that dark evil was afoot. The colour had been drained from Rainbow Mountain for some reason, and his pixie girlfriend Penelope had been stolen by Monkey Toad. Vin sets off to the swamp to find them, and soon comes across Monkey Toad. A battle ensues between Monkey Toad Vin and Esther the Super Flamingo. Snakey ends up being stolen by Monkey Toad, as Monkey Toad gets the best of Esther and VinVin. Esther then flies off to assist someone calling for help, leaving VinVin stood there by the swamp. VinVin is then snatched by Dr. Pushkov, who Vin overcomes with the help of Lenny Crabatz. They zoom through a portal and Vin finds a beanstalk. After climbing up the beanstalk, he meets a bridge troll. Needing more help, he uses another wishing coin and summons Vlad, who helps Vin capture the bridge troll. The bridge troll explains that Cedric has taken over Rainbow Mountain and has now become a super warlock slug. Vin uses the rainbow whistle to call back in Larry the Leprechaun, who swipes Steven Seagull from the sky to enable Vin to go to the Rainbow Palace to rescue his friends. And this is where we left VinVin, on the back of Steven Seagull. Steven rolled his eyes and scooped Vin into the air, leaving Larry, Vlad, and the tied-up troll behind. They soared across the sky to the palace, but the moment they arrived and Steven placed Vin on the ground, slime splash. Vin was trapped in goo. Cedric the slug oozed towards him, laughing. Steven huffed and flew off, not caring.
Your toys are mine, your friends are mine, and the colours of the rainbow are mine.
Vin reached for his final coin, struggling against the sticky goo that stuck him fast to a nearby wall.
I wish you're eating candy floss,
he muttered, rubbing the coin and dropping it. A pink cloud appeared, and Cedric gobbled it up.
Delicious,
he chuckled.
What an added bonus. How kind of you, but you're going nowhere.
But behind him, Mola the Tooth Goblin arrived with his goblin army in a cloud of purple smoke.
Candy floss is made with sugar, so give me your teeth, you slimy bugger,
came the wretched goblin's voice as he summoned the army to march towards the surprise slug. A battle erupted. Cedric was momentarily distracted. Esther swooped in and freed Vin.
Quick, get to the dungeon. I will keep the slug busy.
Vin raced down to find Shark Wizard, Wabana, Penelope, Milo and Monkey, Snaky Snake, and Shark Man, all trapped behind bars. He tried to open the cages, but it was no good.
You'll need to find the keys, VinVin. Only then can we be free,
suggested Wabana, the large lady spider. But then Monkey Toad returned, farting furiously. He lunged at Vin, but Vin rolled away. Monkey Toad bashing against the bars of Sharkman's cage, bending them with his sheer weight. Sharkman then used his incredible strength to burst out, smashing into Monkey Toad with an almighty thwack. The bars on Wabana's cage were now bent out of place, and she squeezed through, forming a web on the other side in seconds. Vin jumped over it, Monkey Toad followed, and finally he was stuck.
Get him!
shouted Vin. Sharkman launched a fin attack, sending Monkey Toad flying through the air, smashing open Milo's cage. Everyone was free except Shark Wizard, Snaky and Penelope. Monkey Toad, embarrassed, trembled.
I had no choice. Cedric said he'd destroy all the flies if I didn't help. And he's got the power to make them extinct now. And you know flies are my favourite,
he said, letting out a smelly, squeaky fart. He used his powerful tongue to free the final prisoners, removing the bars with ease.
"We need to find my wand, VinVin, if we want to stand a chance,"
said Shark Wizard as Vin wrapped Snaky back around his neck.
It's in Cedric's safe,
said Penelope. Vin sent Monkey Toad, Wabana and Sharkman to help Mola's army outside with the battle. He blew the rainbow whistle. Larry reappeared.
You've rescued me lovely Penelope Pixie,"
he said with a beam, grasping her hand.
Take us to the safe, Larry.
Demanded Vin.
Okay, hold on to your hats.
He continued, clicking his fingers and teleporting them to the palace vault. Snaky grumbled.
We'll never crack the code and get in there. It's impossible.
Larry laughed and clicked his fingers again. Click. The safe opened. Shark Wizard grabbed his wand and Larry chuckled,
Would you look at that?
vanishing with Penelope before their eyes.
We better get back to the battle,
Said Vin, turning to Shark Wizard, who had already started swirling his wand.
Take us to the battlefield where the brave fight a slug. Take us there at once so we can defeat the slimy bug.
The wizard chanted. The blue light surrounded the three, and within seconds they arrived. Outside, the battlefield was chaos. Cedric had grown into a massive monster slug. Slime everywhere. Mola and his goblins were stuck. Monkey Toad was pinned. Even Wabana was in a sticky mess. Only Esther and Sharkman still fought.
Take that, you dirty slug.
Vin shouted.
we need to find the cabbage.
Shark Wizard opened a portal to the palace vegetable patch with haste. Guarding it was Helga the Witch, cackling and sending mannequins to attack. Vin used Snaky Snake to whip them down as they marched one by one like stiff robots towards them. Shark Wizard blasted Helga with a magical blue beam from his wand. She fought back with green beams, but sneaky little Milo tiptoed past and grabbed the cabbage.
No,
Shouted Helga.
drop that at once, you naughty child.
Distracted, she got zapped with a flood of water from the blue beams and fled, the mannequins crumbling in heaps of plastic as her magic faded. They now quickly rushed back into the portal, returning back to the battlefield.
No!
Cedric hurled slime and captured Milo instantly, Monkey still on his arm. Milo tossed the cabbage just in time. Vin caught it.
Start with the mother it away.
He called, throwing it into the air again as slime hurled towards him. A bright blue flash, and the cabbage vanished. Cedric froze, shrunk, shriveled. The colours of Rainbow Mountain flooded back. Shark Wizard freed everyone with a flick of his wand. Cedric was now just a pathetic slug, the group of heroes surrounding him angrily.
Time to go!
Ha ha! Muttered Steven Seagull. He had swooped in from nowhere and scooped Cedric in his beak, flying off without explanation. Vin turned to his friends. They were all safe. The sky lit with colour. The battle was over. Then thunder rumbled far away. Vin smiled and waved goodbye to his friends.
Time to go, VinVin,
said Snaky, and the world span away again, the colours fading into stars and sparkles, until Vin awake in his bed, sunlight spilling through the curtains. His mummy and daddy were smiling at the heroic, courageous toddler boy as he gave a stretch and a yawn. Snaky Snake gave him a little wink. One adventure was done, and now it was time to see what adventures came with the new day ahead.
The end.